Fever re-signed our good, close personal friend, Sophie Cunningham, to a 1-year contract. Let's go.
It was close. It was close.
Given the changes in structure and money and all of that over the last few weeks, like, was the contract better than you thought it would? Nope. Okay, sorry.
Nope.
What? Excuse me? Let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. Sophie Cunningham, who is a role player in a league full of role players. And I'm not saying that to disrespect Sophie Cunningham, because outside of Caitlin Clark, she is one of the most recognizable players in the WNBA. When I say she's a role player, I'm talking about specifically her production on the court. A role player is upset because she is being paid role player money. Sophie Cunningham's upset because she is making $665,000 this season, which in the WNBA qualifies as billionaire status. Do I think Sophie Cunningham is worth $1 million contract? Sure. And it's got nothing to do with basketball. I think Sophie Cunningham is worth the money because she is one of the only players in this league who is capable of generating mainstream interest. Women can relate to Sophie Cunningham and men fantasize about her. Bob Griner is making millions of dollars, and there is not a dude in America paying to see Bob Griner. That being said, though, I understand why the Indiana Fever was hesitant to pay Sophie Cunningham. She is about to be 30 years old, I believe in August. She has never been an all-star, and this isn't the NBA where it is incredibly difficult to make the all-star team. Last year, I think there were only 13 teams in the WNBA dump, and 23 players were falsely named as stars, along with the real star, Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham is also coming off an injury. Even with her new contract, though, she's already making more money than Caitlin Clark. And Sophie Cunningham, she is easy to replace. It all comes down to value. Sophie Cunningham, she created a flaming ass fire on social media yesterday with her complaints about her contract. She was accused of being unappreciative. She was accused of being entitled. Earlier this morning, Sophie Cunningham decided to clarify her comments, claiming that she wasn't complaining about the money. She was only complaining about the length of her contract only being 1 year. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. This morning, Sophie Cunningham clarified her comments from yesterday. Watch it for yourself.
I just wanted to be somewhere for more than 1 year. You know, I'm almost 30 years old. I want to have a home. I want to kind of get established, and I would love to get established in a place like Indiana. We had such a great time, and you know, when you find a group of girls who really make you fall in love with basketball again, and you enjoy it, you enjoy them not only on the court but off the court, like, you want to hold on to that. And it made me sound snotty and ungrateful, and that is the last thing I ever want. I am so grateful. I know I'm coming off a pretty big knee injury, and so it was never about the money. It was just about the year.
Look, I am willing to take Sophie Cunningham at her word. It's understandable and common for athletes to seek long-term security in contracts, especially role players who aren't guaranteed to have long careers. Legendary players like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, they will sign year-to-year contracts, but the vast majority of players, they are looking for long-term security. So it's understandable that Sophie Cunningham would be disappointed with the Fever giving her a 1-year deal. But I don't think this is the last time that we're going to hear a WNBA player complaining about money. Obviously, it's not going to happen this season because everything is new, everything is fresh. But the thing about entitlement, it doesn't usually disappear once demands are met. In most cases, Acquiescing to demands, it magnifies entitlement. Eventually, I think we are going to see WNBA players complaining about being underpaid again. But Uncle KC, sometimes NBA players complain about being underpaid. Yeah, the NBA has a broadcast deal that's worth $76 billion. The WNBA has a deal that's worth $200 million, and it's basically another generous subsidy from the NBA. Adam Silver required the networks to take the WNBA if they wanted to have the NBA. But either way, though, I am willing to take Sophie Cunningham at her word. What about you? Is she doing damage control? Did she notice the backlash on social media and Sophie Cunningham decided to change her narrative? Or do you take her at her word and think that she is just disappointed with the length of the contract and not the money? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.